My name is Patrick King. Professor Merritt is my teacher. It's Community and Public Health Nursing. This is my week 7 PowerPoint assignment over the week 6 paper. My community health project was done in the Kingston, Tennessee area. It's a small town along the Tennessee River and Watts Bar Lake in East Tennessee by the Cumberland Mountains. Due to the absolute abundance of outdoor activities in the area, I decided to do it on skin safety, mainly focusing on sunburns and tick bites for a local hiking group. Kingston, Tennessee is a pretty active community. The last count was around 6,000, but we think it's closer to 7 now. They haven't done a census lately, but it has grown quite a bit in the last few years. It was founded back in 1799 as a steamboat stop along the Tennessee River, headed down to the Mississippi. With all the outdoor activities, the city does maintain what we call greenways. They're hiking and biking trails, jogging trails that go all throughout the city and even connect to the local TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, which is our wildlife game officers out here. Those trails all interconnect, and you can actually go from one end of the county to the other just on the hiking trails. We're at the base of the foothills between the Cumberland Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains, and the Appalachian Trail is one of the things out here. All those trails are maintained really good. The brush is kept back from the main trails. Some of them are paved, some are not. They're all kept very clean. Kingston, Tennessee is a mom and pop shop. The main street has nothing but mom and pop shops that line the street. There are a few fast food type restaurants that are chain like Sonic and Taco Bell, but for the most part it's just privately owned businesses. Some of the challenges faced in this area are the structures. Most of the houses were built all the way from the late 1800s to like the 1970s, and while there are some new developments in the area, most of them are kind of starting to show their age, and due to the socioeconomic income levels in the area, you don't see a lot of housing repair going on. Another challenge that's faced is with the youth. We do have our typical Little League baseball and Pee Wee football and stuff like that, but in the in-between seasons of those organized sports, there's nothing really directed toward the youth, and they kind of left up to their own devices. Another health challenge in the Kingston, Tennessee area is the issue with smoking, and the secondary effects of that would be COPD and a few other lung diseases that are pretty prominent. The population is about 90% Caucasian, and the rest is mixed between Hispanic, African American, and Asian. The median income is about 58 to 60,000, and we do have just under 7% that are at the poverty level. I was put in touch through a mutual friend with a very nice young lady named Heather Duncan. She's a coordinator for a group of hikers belonging to one of the local churches out here. They're not predominantly just her church group, it's anybody that wants to join them, but she's the coordinator for the group. They try to go hiking at least once a month on the different trails and into the mountains in the area. We have a ton of waterfalls coming off of the little creeks and rivers out here. One of the main waterfalls was where they filmed the live action version of The Jungle Book, and the waterfall you see Mowgli playing in, that's probably less than 2 miles outside of the town of Kingston. I did have the idea with the tick bite and sunburn issue because I had that issue last summer myself with both. I did get some ticks on myself while out fishing on one of the lakes. I also was sunburned a few times, and talking with her about something I could do for a community project, we agreed that while they tend to go over some things with the hikers, it would be a good idea to reiterate skin safety, mainly focusing with the sunburn and ticks, given the hikes that they take into some of the more remote areas. Some of the things we talked about with skin integrity would be choosing the proper clothing when you're out hiking. Even if it's hot, you can wear really thin clothing, but long sleeve, long pants. That would be double duty on the clothing to protect from sunburn, along with keeping the ticks away from your skin. But wearing those clothing, you have to do checks during and after hiking to make sure you're clear of ticks, so you don't take them home and give them to your four-legged family members or other children that might be at home. Also just talked about being aware of the types of areas that you would find ticks more prevalent in than others, and also the times of the season. After the presentations were given, Heather did ask for some of this information to be left with her so that she could incorporate it into her local workshop she does on outdoor safety and hiking. So I feel like I did contribute to the community, thankfully. In this photo you can see myself facing everybody. It was a mixed group. After one of their church get-togethers, I held two different sessions, a morning after the morning church service and after the evening church service. This was after the morning one. We held it at the house that they utilize as like a potluck get-together type place that's on the church grounds. They were barbecuing, thankfully. That was very good, and I gave my presentation and then talked with the group members about skin integrity and skin safety. I was surprised in talking with everyone that so little of them actually applied sunscreen. It was usually the elderly ones of the group, like 60 plus, that were a little more aware of skin cancer issues and things like that, with more fragile skin, that they were applying sunscreen the most probably, and the rest were kind of like, eh. Also, the majority of both groups in the presentation said that the information about ticks was unknown before the presentation process we went through. The long-term evaluations will be going on and evaluated by Heather through her different partnerships and feedback mechanisms. She does have her own little questionnaires that she hands out to new hiking members and stuff about what they would like to see, what they think could be better, and that kind of thing. It was unexpected to me to have to give two presentations in the same day. I thought I was just doing one. Also, I was very surprised at how interactive the participants wanted to be with me personally after the presentation was done. More questions, just wanted to talk mainly about the tick issue. And it did kind of catch me off guard at first, but it was a pleasant, unexpected thing. During the presentation, I did have my little like memory oral quiz to do with them, and while those were good, I think next time I would have maybe more hands-on demonstration, maybe samples of sunscreen or something like that. Bring clothing with me to show them, like a really light windbreaker can be worn even when it's hot to protect from ticks, that kind of thing. Before this project was started, I didn't really think that the skin safety and skin integrity was needed this much in a place where there's so much outdoor activities. You kind of assume everybody knows what they're doing when they're out there on the waterways and the hiking trails, and um, but it did show me that there is an area for improvement in this in the Kingston area, and I was glad to be able to help.